I challenged a man who called himself a Christian with this question: what is so different about you from everybody else that you should inherit eternal glory, and these people who live very similar lives in every way, have very similar values, why should they be punished in eternal torment while you have eternal paradise? It doesn't make any sense. And I was really, I received a lot of hostility in the response. And a lot of arguing that the question was unfair. And frankly, I don't think it's an unfair question at all. What is so different about this Christian lifestyle that this person deserves an eternal peace, eternal blessing, and the person next door may live the identical lifestyle, want the same things, think the same thoughts, purchase the same products, live the same life, and are going to a lake of fire? Do you see that the end result of those lives is so profoundly different, so completely opposed to each other, that the lives themselves must be opposed to each other? One way that I can help clarify it and make it easier is to think of the world around you as Egypt, and the people in the world are Egyptians. They dress like an Egyptian, they walk like an Egyptian, they talk, they eat, they think, they pray, they do things as Egyptians. That's their culture. You can't judge them or condemn them for simply being who they are. Now, God calls us to be Hebrews, to be His children, His spiritual Israel. And when we're called, we're born anew. We're born into a new culture, a new family. And now we are a Hebrew child growing up in the land of Egypt. And it's very important not to try and blend in and dress like an Egyptian and talk and think like an Egyptian. Now, 1 Peter chapter 2. Let me read a couple of verses here. Starting in verse 10. For you were once not a people, but now you are the people of God. You have not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. In verse 11. Beloved, I urge you, as aliens and strangers, to abstain from fleshly lusts, which wage war against the soul. Keep your behavior excellent among the Gentiles. So Peter is saying the very same thing. You're an alien and a stranger in the land. Don't fall into living as they live. Don't think as they think. Don't dress as they dress. And if you're a woman, it's very important that you consider this, and men for that matter. You can't reveal flesh and go out looking for attention. You're dressing like an Egyptian. You're thinking like an Egyptian. You dress modestly. And this is honoring to God. If you're truly a child of God's, then your behavior is pleasing to God. It says further in verse 11, I urge you as aliens and strangers to abstain from fleshly lusts which wage war against the soul. In verse 12, keep your behavior excellent among the Gentiles, so that in the thing in which they slander you as evildoers, they may, because of your good deeds, as they observe them, glorify God in the visitation. The Egyptians are going to look at you and see that you're dressing like a Hebrew. You're talking like a Hebrew. You delight in doing good because good is from the Father. The Father delights in good, and we, His children, delight in good. So you delight in doing good for others. Delight in doing good deeds, acts of kindness. It's not that you're shoving your beliefs down someone's throat. It's that you're living this life that is fragrant. It's pleasing to God. It's beautiful. You're out there trying to help and do good all the time. And the people, the Egyptians, are looking at you and saying, wow, your God really made you different. That is the most powerful witness. That is the word in life. I hope that this encourages you, that as you live in the land of Egypt, to keep your garments clean. You're a Hebrew. Think like a Hebrew. Talk like a Hebrew. Dress like a Hebrew. Eat like a Hebrew. Pray. Read your scriptures like a Hebrew. Remember your God in all things. Acknowledge Him in every way. Pray without ceasing. And as the day draws near, spur one another on to acts of kindness and love and deeds that are good. All of this is a sacrifice of praise to our God. All of this is a savory odor that rises up to Him. Be blessed today.